people.
That was my story too. I mean, my first girlfriends, they condescended to sleep with me. I dated for years and years because I didn't know what was going to happen again.
Right.
Yeah. Cool, man. Zone, why are you here?
I think it all boils down to two things. The first is I took this because I really want to force myself to get out there to do this stuff because I really just want to get a handle on this woman problem that I have. Having a hard time approaching women, getting to know women. I mean, not flaking out like in the middle or beginning or whatever. Talking to women, and not just getting their phone number, but getting to know them, including when I just first meet them. I mean, because of my job, I talk to people a lot, and it's just socially, that's always been, when it's for me, that's always been a problem. The thing that's related to that also is just general confidence. What you were talking about earlier. I found that the better I get at talking with women, getting to know women, the more confident I become in other areas of my life, and I want more of that. I mean, it's not just about women; it's about life in general too.
Cool. Next to posture, your next lesson is volume.
Okay.
When you're out in loud environments,
like this.
Yeah. I'll ask you another question. I want you to speak loud without yelling, because the fact is, if you're out there in a club, and maybe there are 4 or 5 women, or a group of 6 or 7 people, if one person can't hear what you're saying, you lose everybody. And I'm a quiet talker, right, Lisa? I'm a really quiet talker. And I had to force myself to go out there and be really loud, because the volume you're hearing your voice at in your head is not the volume you're hearing it at. You think you're speaking loudly, but it's really, really quietly. So you have to adjust your internal volume calibration. Because when you're talking loudly, it's going to sound like you're screaming to everybody else, but you're really not. I'm a quiet talker too, and I had to get over that. I studied with a guy named Arthur Joseph and did something called vocal awareness. You don't have to do that, but he has a book on it. It's pretty cool. It's called Vocal Awareness. And I think your voice is a metaphor for so many things. Your personality is the most vulnerable part of yourself, your voice. Because when you speak, it's just really you. It's like your soul. And I think there's some where you're sort of holding it back because it is really vulnerable and you are kind of shy and timid. And it's reflected in your voice. So I'll pick on you a little later, but be conscious of really starting to speak loudly. Because when you're in the clubs, it's merciless and unforgiving. I was telling you guys yesterday, a lot of guys, when I talk to them, they like to sort of flirt and hit on waitresses and try to get the phone numbers of staff at record stores and things like that. But they're paid to be polite to you. They have to be nice to you. They don't have to give you their phone number. You know when you're doing well and when you're not. When you're going out to a club, they're not paid to be nice to you, the women, or out to a bar, or out to a cafe, or the beach, or the street, or the elevator. They don't have to be nice to you. And that's where I want us to practice, because that's the real world. You're going to get the feedback you need. Why are you here, Rourke?
I love women. That's it. No, I just, I want to get to a point in my life where I can date multiple people and learn about them and really learn what they want and learn what I want. And I don't want to settle for just anybody. And I have a lot of buddies of mine that are getting married now, and I feel that they're not happy. They just settle for the first thing that comes. I don't want to do that.
Right.
I want to really find what I want, find myself, which I still haven't done yet, and then go from there. That's my biggest goal.
That's cool, man. I think we've chosen a good group, man. Those are all awesome, different answers, but admirable goals. You know what I mean? Because a guy who wants to be with a lot of women, well, he can go. There's money can solve these problems. But anybody can. You guys all have really cool goals, and every guy's goal, everyone's is different. Sometimes you don't know it. I thought I wanted to be better with women, but I think what I really wanted to do was to be socially comfortable also. Like I really wanted to go out to these places where I felt like a foreigner, especially like clubs and bars and these meat marketplaces where it's all these like guys who are jocks who are popular their whole lives, and I was a loser. I just wanted to go like there and feel like a popular guy and know I could talk to people and be cool and outrank people and have people see how special I was without being the wallflower. So anyway, I have this theory. I haven't really developed it. It's called the point system. And the idea is, and we're gonna develop it now together. And the idea is this: in order for a woman to want to date you or take you home, you need a certain amount of points, okay? And everything is ranked on a scale of 1 to 5. So let's just say that you are the best-looking guy in the world, right? That's only 5 points. Maybe you need 3 points. Maybe you need 8 points for her to take you home. So the best-looking guy in the world is only 5 points. You still need maybe a point of intelligence, and 2 points of humor. You know, you're the richest guy in the world. That's only 5 points. Maybe you need a point of look, a point of intelligence, and a point of humor. So my kind of general point theory, and we're going to play with this in a second, is you know, is that you need 6 points for a very low quality woman to want to take you home. 10 points maybe for an average person. Let's just say 18 for a high quality person. It's just for fun. It's just a rough theory. But these are the things they're doing. You can't just be the best looking guy. You can't just be the funniest guy, just the smartest guy. The thing is, in the annihilation method, the thing is everything counts. Some things count more than other things. Guys are obsessed with looks. Looks are less important to women than status. So sometimes guys emphasize the wrong thing, but everything you do counts. Everything you do in your whole life counts. Women have awesome intuition. That's why some guys do better than other guys don't. They can tell instantly when you're being fake, when you're not. I had an interesting experience after the book, which is I talked to a few of the women in the book. They called me afterward, and I broke it down with them. And I really thought the whole time that a lot of them knew they were being gamed. They knew I was running material and routines on them, even though they didn't know I was part of the community, which was a surprise to me. And they allowed themselves to be seduced because they liked me. You know, so they're really, really smart. They know what's going on, and they don't mind being hit on if they like you, if they're already attracted, and they'll allow themselves to be seduced. So the kind of rules, everything counts, and we're trying to get everything up and running. So I want you guys to write something down. I want you to take a piece of paper and just write the words Las Vegas. But not the word Las Vegas, write Lasvegas. So you write down Las Vegas. And I'm going to tell you what they each stand for. We talked about annihilation method was who you are, what you do, and when and how you do it. Who you are is Las Vegas. This is 8 traits that you want to have that are attractive to women. And this is who you want to make yourself. You guys all talked about becoming better people. These are where you want to be firing. You know, L is for looks. Fortunately, genetic looks aren't that important. As important as we think. They help, but they're not that important. All you have to do is be well-groomed. All you want to go out is be well-groomed. That's your number one goal. You want to stand out somewhat. Just not be a generic average guy. You know, you think, well, if I just regular, I can get anyone. It's not true. You just blend into the herd of average, boring guys. You want to stand out a little bit. You want to have an edge to you. So most importantly, besides well-groomed, is you need to belong to a tribe that she either wants to be part of or at least wants to visit. We're very tribal when we go out. There could be the best-looking guy in the world, but if he's wearing like a big, white, greasy undershirt that's like stretched out and 4 sizes too big and some stained pants, no one wants to be with that best-looking guy in the world. But you know, you see a guy who's medium attractive, but he's just like really cool. Maybe you're a rocker and he's just like a rocker. Maybe you're into hip hop and he's dressed like a rapper. Maybe you're into fashion and he's wearing a Vivienne Westwood suit. You know, he belongs to that tribe. The cool thing about about going more extreme is that at least you belong to a tribe someone wants to visit. So looks to me are being well-groomed, and we're going to go into this more again tomorrow, and you know, belonging to a tribe that she either